BJP now says that the Canadian Prime Minister has been forced to admit, because of the videos that are now in public domain, because of what the entire world has witnessed, the BJP says that Justin Trudeau had no option really but to admit the presence of Khalistanis on Canadian soil.
Justin Trudeau has been forced to acknowledge that yes, Khalistanis are in Canada and they are misusing the Canadian soil for their anti-India agenda, for their agenda to divide India, to break India, to fuel separatism, to fuel terrorism into India. This is most objectionable and action should be taken on such Khalistani elements. India has been saying this and calling out the Canadian government on this from day one. Today it stands vindicated. Even though Justin Trudeau, out of vote bank compulsions, makes bizarre analogies, that be it as it may, the point is that they must take action on these elements. Those who are behind the attack on Hindus in the temple in Canada should also be acted upon. But on the one hand, when even Canada is forced to acknowledge that there are Khalistanis who are operating like this from their soil, some in the opposition in India continue to raise questions on the Indian government, on India, rather than call out the soft corner of the Canadian government for the Khalistanis. This shows the double standards of opposition in India too. They will speak up for Muslims in Gaza, but for Hindus in Bangladesh and Hindus in Canada who are under attack from these Khalistani elements, they go completely silent because they put vote bank ki niti and party ki niti above Rashtra niti. Justin.
So, Rishabh, the BJP is saying that the Canadian Prime Minister really was left with no choice and he had to admit to the presence of Khalistanis on Canadian soil. But the bigger question being, a mere admission is not enough. What about action against those who are unleashing violence? We're not just talking about their political ideology, but they're unleashing violence on Canadian soil and yet no action is taken.
Well, as experts suggest, this is too much to ask for from the Canadian government, who in principle has given political space to these extremist elements. And, you know, be it Panun or be it Niger or be it others, they have been safeguarded by the enforcement agencies of Canada themselves, and this is not something that are coming in from sources or or from people who do not subscribe to Justin Trudeau. The agencies, RCMP or the Canadian intelligence themselves, had admitted that they were apprising Niger of the threat, which means that the enforcement agencies were closely working with a terrorist in Gurpatwant Singh Panun. In various interviews that he gave to Canadian state media, has admitted that how he and his group, the Seek for Justice, which is a proscribed banned terror organization in India, has been advising Justin Trudeau. So